Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to newsletter 130. Now, it can't have escaped your notice that there is a giant Friggonaut sitting around Moreau 2A even, guarding a barnacle. People have been surprised by this, decided to go and check it out and get as close to it as they possibly can. But Commanders Dr. Stone and Avaru, I hope I've said those right, took this one step further and decided to go and drive an SRV over the Friggonaut. Now, how the hell they managed this amazing feat is really beyond me. Actually, no, I do suspect that potentially they dropped one SRV on top of another ship, flew up and dropped it down that way. Exactly why federal military services did not blow them out of the sky on approach is beyond me, but oh well, it's interesting nonetheless. And moving on, there is a reason why Commander Captain likes the Diamondback Explorer, and that is its ability to park land absolutely anywhere, as this picture goes and shows. Now, it's like the mountain goat of elite dangerous ships. Where have you actually managed to get yours to go and land? I'm really curious about this myself. Next, a small tribute from Redditor Hateful Snake, basically showing off the majesty of the Imperial Clipper down planetside. He calls this picture a tribute to Horizons. I still don't like Imperial ships. Next, there are going to be even more changes to the Engineers update. What am I talking about? Well, first of all, we are going to be having a massive change to how the surface scanners go and work. Basically, detailed surface scanners, and I do believe you need a detailed surface scanner and a celestial scanner. I have a feeling you might need both of these, not sure if you need just one or both. But what it means is that when you scan a planet, it will actually go and tell you what the composition of said planet is, in more detail than it already does. Specifically, in relation to the Engineers update, it tells you what materials you're going to be finding down on the planet. Now, we don't necessarily know if this is going to be telling you in what quantities, or if they are certainly going to be there, or even if using these scanners gives you an increased chance of materializing the materials that you need, such as when you are using a prospector limpet and you can get more out of an asteroid. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Other than that, what's happening is they are going to be simplifying lower tier blueprints, insofar as they are going to be removing a lot of the materials for them, so you need a lot less things for them, and they're going to be increasing the likelihood that you're going to be getting a lot more positive outcomes from said blueprints. So that's a welcome change. First of all, they are going to be easier to roll on, and second of all, they're actually going to be better results from this. You're going to get more rolls and better results from it. Alright, next they're going to be changing what's happening down on the planets themselves. First of all, they are going to be increasing the amount of drops that you are going to be getting, or how many metals and so on are actually going to be spawning down on planetary surfaces. So whether that means you're going to be able to find more outcrops, more nodes, I'm not quite exactly sure what this means. But what I do know is that once you find them, once you blow this thing up, and let's say, as currently, you would find perhaps one tin, one yttrium, or so on, from a specific node, what's going to be happening is you're going to be able to find multiple, potentially 2 or 3 of said material. So that's going to be making the gathering process of Engineers a lot easier and a lot faster. So it's not going to be as boring and not going to be as grindy. Next, we are also going to be getting a change to the spawn rate of the actual materials themselves. So the spawn rate of the rarer materials are actually going to be increased. So if you're looking for yttrium, you're looking for tin, anything that's like grade 3 or grade 4 materials, you're going to be finding these much easier to find. And not only that, but they're going to be changing the way salvage is going to be working. So USSs, unidentified signal sources, and so on, they're going to be looking at the balance of these. So potentially we're going to be able to find more things like specialized legacy firmware, cracked industrial firmware, and so on from a few more unidentified signal sources out in deep space. That'd be nice to see, because I don't know about you, but I really do find it very difficult to actually go and find specialized legacy firmware. Thankfully, I was very lucky with Commander Ducky and managed to find 3 of them in very quick succession. So I haven't really needed anything else since then. So, all good. And that's almost it for the changes that are coming. What's happened already is that we've now got the favor system. So when you are modifying your hard points, you can go and ask the engineer for a favor to go and specifically get the outcome that you want on the weapon. You can't influence the sliders, but you can influence the special effect. Whether or not you get healing beams, thermal conduit, thermal outputs, thermal vent, that was the one I was looking for, incendiary rounds, corrosive shells, force shells, all of these, you can pretty much choose what you want. Now, although there is a big cost to this, what's going to happen is that if you do ask for this, it's going to cost you reputation with the engineer, with the engineer. So if you have got to grade 3 and you ask for a specific favor on a grade 3 multi-cannon with Todd the Blaster McQueen, what's going to happen is he's going to do the odd thing for you, but as soon as you ask for this, he's going to knock you down to grade 1. So you're going to get a one roll on a grade 3, then you've got to work yourself back up to grade 3 again. So a lot of times people only really want the, what's the word I'm looking for? They only want the special effects. They're not too fussed about the actual stats of the weapons, this is what helps them massively. But if you really want the great the decent stats on the thing, then it's a bit of an iffy. Apparently, as far as I understand it at the moment, you go in, ask for the modification, all the sliders go, and then after all the sliders have gone, you can then ask at the bottom whether or not you want a favor on said weapon. So you can potentially roll a few more and then ask. So you can have it set on a decent outcome if you want, and then not want to sacrifice your reputation on a really crappy roll. So I think that's how it works. But as I said, I'm not 100% sure, so let me know down in the comments, because then everybody else will know, and not just me. And it's that time again. It is the Frontier Store sale to coincide with the Steam Summer Sale. Now this is going to be going on until the 4th of July, and pretty much the vast majority of everything in the Frontier Store is at a 33% price reduction. So skins, paint packs, upgrades, whatever you want in the Frontier Store is going to be at a 33% reduction. The only thing that isn't at the moment is ship kits. So bear that in mind, but then again, they are extremely new, so I really am not surprised that they're not on sale yet. And yes, there is also, I don't remember if I mentioned it earlier or not, because I have done several takes of this, but the wildcard event has now come to a close. That was a very hectic 3 weeks, and it's one of the reasons why I've not been putting as many videos up recently, because I really burnt myself out playing constantly, trying to get these trying to get as much done in these events as humanly possible. Now, for the first 2 events we came 3rd, and I think for the last one we probably came dead last, because I think we'd given up at this point because there was no chance of us winning. But as you've probably no doubt heard, the EG pilots, the Russian-speaking community, absolutely powered through the competition and came out first in every single event. And that's not surprising when we've got a lot of communities and so on basically versing the whole of Russia, which is pretty much what it was. But now they go through to the main Rise to Power event, where they're going to go across the already established competitors, such as Gelcop, IEC, I think it was, and so on. I don't remember the names of the groups themselves, but yes, so it's going to be a very interesting event. Whether or not the EG pilots are actually going to manage to power through this as well with the same fierce Russian determination that they actually managed here, I'm not quite sure. We'll have to go and see, because these other groups, especially Gelcop, are really big, because Gelcop consists of 10 other groups, well, 9 other groups, or 10 groups in total. Something around that number anyway. And here we have the first Great Expedition. It's going to be an episode of Educating Ed, where Ed is going to be setting out into the great unknown, into the black. Who knows when he'll come back? But yes, he is going to be going out, and it is going to be an episode streamed on Educating Ed at the 30th of June at 7 PM on the official Frontier YouTube channel. So if I don't remember to put the link in the video, 9 times out of 10 I do forget this. Just go and check out the newsletter itself. You'll get a link to it there. Either that or you can just go on YouTube to their own official page. And that's pretty much it for this episode of Elite Dangerous Newsletters. I do hope you've come away somewhat more enlightened about what the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. So if you have liked the video, as always, hit that lovely like button. It really does help my channel out. And if you haven't already, do hit this lovely sexy subscribe button. Give it a little stroke, you know it loves that. But anyway guys, I've been Commander Chaos Wolf, you guys have been epic, I will see you soon. And until then, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.